Today we talk about the cup of happiness. The cup of happiness is a metaphor for a happy and joyous life. Now, how do we have a life which is full of joy and bliss? So what do we need? What are the ingredients of that? Let's first take a tea bag. Now, in a tea bag, there is the bag part which remains inside the cup. Then there is the thread, and at the other end of the thread is a flag which remains outside the cup. Now let's first take the tea bag of action. How should we perform our action in life? So the bag part of action is what is called as honest effort. We keep out the flag part, which is nothing but a result expectation or result orientation. We'll always be able to outperform and give the best in that particular situation. And this is what Bhagavad Gita talks about also, that we must do the action for the sake of doing the action, and we must surrender the fruits or results of it to the higher consciousness. Now let's use another tea bag for situations where some things or some events have happened which are not to our liking. In such cases, let's use the tea bag of reaction. Now the back part of this tea bag is called forgiveness. When something has happened which is unexpected, which is not true, which is not to your liking, which shocks you, use the bag of forgiveness. And what this will do is that it will keep out as a flag out of your cup of life negativity. Because the minute an adverse situation happens, we start to blame others and we start having adverse feelings towards others. Now let's take the third tea bag. This is the tea bag of interaction, because when we are in a relationship, a constant dialogue takes place, a constant interaction takes place. Now what should be the back part? What should be always remain inside our cup of life? That is called love. If all our interactions are laced with love, the flag that will remain out by itself is judgment. Because judgment comes out of comparisons, calculations, criticisms. So this judgment, if it remains out of our life, we will be able to enjoy a blissful life. And the bag that we use for it is the bag of love. Now that we have a cup which is brewing with these three tea bags to be used as required, what we need is a sweetener. Now what is a sweetener we must add in the cup of happiness? It's the sweetener of unconditional acceptance. Acceptance of people and acceptance of situations. Because situations come without our asking, they happen. They've already happened. And people are as they are. If we accept them for who they are without trying to change them, without trying to find faults with them, we are able to deal with situations in an equanimous state. Now that we have a sweetener in place, we need a stirrer. Something which will, stir this broth, this brew perfectly. And that stirrer that we use is called awareness. The awareness of our true reality of who we truly are. The understanding that we are not this body, we are that beautiful energy which is inside of us, which actually propels us to do what we must do in this lifetime. The higher consciousness that is part of our truth. So if we keep the three tea bags together with us of action, reaction and interaction, we keep the sweetener of acceptance and we stir it with awareness of our true reality, we remain in the state of joy and happiness, which is our true state. And if we have this brew or this cup of happiness twice a day, when all the events of the day have happened and you've had an opportunity to review and reflect upon what has happened during the day, you will start finding a state of joy that is unparalleled, and you start feeling peaceful and relaxed with yourself. So do enjoy this cup of happiness and make sure you have it 2 times a day or as many times as you'd like.